Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Lamar Community Building here in Lamar, Colorado. It is the 49th annual Lamar Holiday Basketball Tournament here on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. I'm Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media. It's our first year coming down to cover this tournament. Our online coverage is sponsored this season by the motel, the Holiday Motel here in Lamar, 404 North Main. You need a room while you're in town, contact them at 719-336-9754 or online at holidaymotellamar.com. It's the boys' third place game. It features the Holly Wildcats and the Granada Bobcats. Trying to catch our breath still. It's a number of stairs down and back to the court as we go down to get starting lineups each game. Most of the time, pretty safe to assume no changes, but tonight we have changes in both lineups as we begin. We're just finishing up paperwork here, get it ready, and we'll get your starting lineups for you here in a second. We'll start with the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Holly Wildcats. Head coach is Shannon Rushton, assistant coach Trevor Rushton. They have a single change in their lineup. We'll start off with number 12, Eddie Rodriguez, a 5'7 junior. Number 20, Jason Barth, a 5'8 junior. And number 32, Jeremy Bryan, a 6'2 senior. Number 34, Drew Thompson, a 6'3 junior. And the change tonight, number 44, Bailey Kennedy, a 6'6 sophomore. For Granada, head coach Manuel Gonzalez, senior. Assistant coach John Hopper, he has two changes to his lineup. Number 5, Colby Palmer, a 6-foot senior. Number 10, Brian Gonzalez, a 6-foot senior. And number 11, Saul Pizarro, a 5'9 senior. Those three have started both games prior to this in the tournament. The changes, number 15, Antonio Huerta, a 6'1 senior, and number 33, Tanner Grasmick, a 6'2 senior. Those two start in place of Coy Palmer and Caleb Harris. Grasmick gave a big spark last night off the bench, and Huerta has been solid in his play in the first two games as well. So Coach Gonzalez rewarding his seniors. You have seniors who come in off the bench and play well. It's nice to give them a start, especially in a game like this against your rival from just down the road, in a game that will bring home a trophy. Granada wins the tip. They'll face the man defense from Holly right away, and it's a turnover by Huerta. And Rodriguez throws a pass that leads Barth into the sidelines without any pressure even on the play. And Colby Palmer will bring it up. Gets the screen from Grasmick. Gonzalez, they're looking inside. Pizarro, whip it out for Palmer. Three, no good. Huerta had the rebound, knocked out of bounds. Stays with Granada. Shot from the corner. That's a three that rattles in and out for Gonzalez, rebounded by Bryan. Wildcats look to get going here. Instead, it's a steal for Gonzalez. Pizarro, layup, good. So Saul Pizarro opens the scoring. Barth drives, kicks out to Kennedy. He'll send it all the way out for Rodriguez. 3, no good. Rebounded by Grasmick. Had runners down both sidelines. Elects to bring it up. Kick out Pizarro. 3, short. And Gonzalez will be whistled for over the back. It's the first foul of the contest. Inside, Thompson, kick it out. Barth, toes on the line. It's short. Bryan with the rebound, put it back up. Can't knock it down. Grasmick again. Pizarro asking for him to lead it to him. Instead he gives it off to Palmer. Palmer will give it to Pizarro as he sets the offense at top. Nice screen and roll game. Huerta score the basket. Antonio Huerta gets his first field goal. 2 minutes in, it's 4-0 Bobcats. Showing a 2-3 look. Kennedy from the high post, kick out. Near steal for Pizarro. Barth with it. He'll bring it to Kennedy. Spun his tires. The travel violation gives it over to the Bobcats. Chance to build on that lead. Pizarro into the front court. Grasmick fires the 3. Man on his arm. That's Thompson, his first. And Tanner Grasmick will shoot free throws. Gets 3 of them. Gets the first one. And the second. Perfect trip. And a 30-second timeout will ensue for Hawley. Last night, Grasmick came off the bench and scored 13 points for Grenada. That was tops on the team. Hit 2 threes in the first quarter in that contest with McClave. That kind of gave the Bobcats a spark. Hit another one in the fourth quarter as they tried to rally. Could not overcome the Cards. And so McClave in the championship later tonight. Again, the 2-3 by Grenada. We'll await the Wildcats when they cross. Pass out to Bryan. Kick it. Barth. He'll kick out for Kennedy. Baseline jumper is off. Grasmick with the board. Hit ahead. Pizarro. Finds Gonzalez. Baseline runner was partially blocked, and it's Rodriguez peeling out. Starting it for Hawley. Barth into the paint. Looked like Palmer was down his arm. No call. Gonzalez, Pizarro back and forth. And it's stolen. And we're going to have to get stoppage. It looks like Kennedy may have broken his arm or wrist. He went colliding, went flying into the wall. Arm was just hanging as he was coming down the floor. Hope it's not serious. Subs in for Hawley. We'll get them for you as quickly as we can. See, number 23, Lane Salzbrenner. Number 33, Tristan Nelson. Number 11 is Salisbury. And 13, Brian Ortiz. Huerta from 16 knocks it down. He's got 2 baskets. It's a 9-0 run for Kit Carson, or for Grenada rather, as we start the game. Nelson with it on the wing. Post up for Salzbrenner. Lost it off his foot, out of bounds. Number 20, Coy Palmer, comes in for Grenada. He replaces Grasmick. Gonzalez, tough layup, gets it. 11-0 run midway through the first quarter. Nelson looking at it, trying to get it inside. Thompson working hard, turnaround off the post. Rebound pulled down by Colby Palmer. Coy Palmer drive, kick down, up and in for Antonio Huerta. And a timeout for Holly. It'll be a full timeout. Now Kennedy, I see him standing, is holding that arm kind of tight to his body on the Holly bench, but may not have been as serious as it looked. He went up to try to block a potential layup by Pizarro, went flying past and went just hard into the padding underneath the basket. And you can tell he was in a lot of pain right off the bat. But the fact he's still with the team, that's a good sign. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the contest. See if he returns to action. 3:38 to go in the quarter. 13-0 is the Grenada lead. And a steal for Colby Palmer. But that's stolen right back by Colby Salisbury. Ortiz firing from three. It's off. Steals the rebound, and we're going to get a foul on Colby Palmer. Nope. Antonio Huerta, I didn't even see him there. It's the first foul on Huerta. Stolen. Pizarro, he'll lead it ahead for Gonzalez. Layup is good. 15-0. Almost 5 minutes played. Nelson, he'll fire from three. Won't roll for him. Palmer to Pizarro. Now to Coy Palmer in the lane. Layup no good. Tapped out. Number 24, Preston Van Kampen, who's checked in, has the rebound. And now Salisbury, kick out. Ortiz, three, no. Van Kampen with the board. Put back, will not fall. He draws a foul. First on Coy Palmer. Preston Van Kampen, who had started the two previous contests in the tournament, started on the bench, comes in and knocks down a free throw to open the scoring for Wiley. Rodriguez returns for Holly. Let's see, we see Fabian Tovar and Caleb Harris in for Grenada. Tovar number 35, Harris number 22. He has it now. Drop inside. Huerta, score it. Antonio Huerta, 8 points in the first quarter, 17-1. Near steal and knocked it out of bounds off of Ortiz. Wildcats trying a 2-3. See if they can slow down the Bobcats in the half-court set. Feed to Huerta. He is fouled on when he caught the ball. Called on Rodriguez. His first, team second. Huerta, flip inside. Harris, turn around on the hook. No. Stick back, Fabian Tovar. Ortiz down to Salzbrenner, offensive foul. Was Harris who stood there and drew the charge. Number 21 is Brendan Burns. And number 33, Grasmick, checks back in. Burns got in a couple of times yesterday. Didn't know who he was because in the program they have him under the wrong number. We got that squared away early today. Grasmick's 3 off and out of bounds to Hawley. Thompson will come back in. See number 10 in there. It's Manuel Tarango for the Wildcats. Rodriguez lets it go all the way past midcourt before picking up to start the clock. Kick out. Now Tarango. They'll work it around. Get it inside to Thompson. Traveled with it. Tovar looking through the zone, swinging it over to Coy Palmer. To the high post through the hands of Harris, but right to Tovar. Skip pass for Palmer. Drive, pull up from 15, rolls off the rim. Thompson with the rebound for the Wildcats. Rodriguez has them looking for their first field goal of the contest. They trail 19-1. Tarango on the drive, pull up, and that will that'll end the field goal drought. 19-3. Burns can't handle the pass. Tarango with it again. Goes up for the layup and one as Tovar clips him. That's first on Tovar. That's the 4th team foul against Grenada. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Tarango cans the free throw. He's got 5 since he checked in. Last night it was Ortiz who provided the spark off the bench for Hawley. Tonight, Tarango trying to whip it for Palmer. Now back to Palmer. He'll step in, fire, knocks down the long jumper as time expires. It's a 2-point basket for Coy Palmer. Will step out, head to the second quarter. Grenada in front of Hawley, 21-6.
The Holiday Motel, a historical stop on the Santa Fe Trail, proudly presents you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media. Located at 404 North Main Street in Lamar, get a room to suit all your needs with a full-size bed, a king bed, or a suite with 2 king-size beds by calling 719-336-9754. Each room has a microwave, refrigerator, free Wi-Fi, and DirecTV with over 130 channels. So the next time you're headed down the Santa Fe Trail, think the Holiday Motel, a family-run business. Proud to present you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Hawley ball as they begin the second quarter, trailing Grenada 21-6. And a quick foul on Coy Palmer, his second. It's a A 5-2 run that the Wildcats are on currently. All 5 points in that run by Tarango. Palmer tips it off of Bryan out of bounds. So the Bobcats will take over. And still looking at that 2-3 zone. Skip pass for Gonzalez finds Colby Palmer underneath. Shot blocked. Bryan with the rebound. Rodriguez up ahead. Thompson, kick out for Barth. Back into the post up for Thompson. Kicked it out, and it'll go out of bounds. Huerta inside, loses it, gets it back, goes up, misses the layup. Van Kampen comes down with it, ahead to Rodriguez, whipping it over for Barth. Now Bryan, he'll eye the three, misses it, gets his own. No, Huerta and Barth tied it up. Bryan had his hands on the rebound, but it slipped out, and he'll check out. Tarango in. The spark he provided, you don't want to let him sit too long. Coy Palmer turnaround off the baseline. Little shove from Huerta on the rebound, and Thompson went flying. It'll be the second on Antonio Huerta. Thompson, kick out to Tarango. Wrap it around to Barth. Baseline drive, score the basket. Jason Barth's first points. That cuts it to 13. Pizarro, kick out. Bryan Gonzalez, three, good. He has 7, pushing the lead back to 16. Barth looks to drive again. Kick out. Rodriguez, he'll flip it inside. Thompson rolls it home. Drew Thompson's first basket. 24-10. Gonzalez drive, pulls up from 8 and rips the twine again. Barth looking inside Van Kampen, kick out for Rodriguez. Now Tarango, 3, it's off. Colby Palmer with the rebound. Granada sending flyers when the shot goes up. Pizarro down one sideline, Gonzalez down the other, letting Palmer, and Huerta try to handle the rebounding. Huerta travels with it. Salzbrenner comes in place of Drew Thompson. And Brian Ortiz set to come in place of Jason Barth. Those two into the Holly lineup. Rodriguez over to Tarango. Salzbrenner tries to drive baseline, kick it back out. Wrap it around Ortiz. Into Salzbrenner. Loses it momentarily. Van Kampen able to track it down. Ortiz will reset. Or tries to drive, kick out. Rodriguez, top of the key, 3 on its way. Short, rebound pulled down. That by Huerta. Up ahead. Gonzalez looks for the trailer. Pizarro will set the offense. Goes over to Grasmick. Now Pizarro back to Grasmick. Pizarro, he'll drive baseline. Angles his body to avoid Salzbrenner and knocks it in off glass. It's another tough shot by the Bobcats. Pass wide and off the mark. That'll go out of bounds to the Bobcats. Nelson and Salisbury back in for Holly. That's a 3 for Colby Palmer, his first field goal of the contest. 31-10 as we've gone under 4 minutes to play in the half. Shot off glass by Salisbury. Colby Palmer with the rebound. Looking ahead for Grasmick. Fakes the 3. Peel it back to Pizarro. Pass back to Grasmick. And the bounce pass nearly stolen by Tarango. And the Wildcats will match up now. Come out in the man. Gonzalez over to Harris. Gives it back. Off to Pizarro. Drive baseline. Kick over. Grasmick. Lost it. Salisbury with it. It's a 3-on-2. Kick it over Tarango. Pull up jumper off glass. Gets his own miss. Spins it back up. No. Salzbrenner keeping with it. He draws the foul and will head to the free throw line. That's on Harris. First one on Harris. 7th team foul against the Bobcats. 3:07 to go. Salzbrenner to the free throw line for 2. Knocks the first one in. This one to cut it under 20. Too strong. Rebounded by Colby Palmer. Gives it off to Harris. Harris looking to go to the bucket. They'll call a foul on the floor. Reach in on Nelson. That'll be the first on Tristan Nelson. Nelson checks out. Thompson back in. 2-3 zone on the inbounds. Kick out. Grasmick couldn't handle the pass. Rodriguez will come back in for Hawley in place of Colby Salisbury. Coy Palmer replaces Grasmick. Huerta replaces Colby Palmer. 2:50 to play in the half. Grenada happy to set in their 2-3 zone with that 20-point advantage. Ortiz, his 3 is good. Pizarro has it knocked out of bounds on the drive by Tarango. Looks like they'll go 2-3 again against the inbounds. Inside, Huerta and 1. Huerta with 10. Call against Ortiz for the foul. That's the 5th on the Wildcats in this first half. Huerta to the free throw line, looking for the 3-point play, and gets it. He now has 11. Back to a 20-point advantage for the Bobcats. Whip around Ortiz, looking at the 3 again. Gets a double team, starts a drive. Scoops one out. Salzbrenner, jumper no. Goes for his own rebound, kick over for Thompson. He'll drive, kick. Ortiz from the corner. It's short. Tarango with the offensive rebound. Pizarro diving in, nearly with the steal. Ortiz kicked down. Thompson. Baseline jumper too strong. Rebounded by Huerta. Gets it out. Pizarro up ahead. Gonzalez able to save it back. Coy Palmer drive misses the layup. Ortiz ahead. Tarango with it. Salzbrenner, kick out. Ortiz starts a drive, comes back out. Ortiz pulls up from 16. No. Huerta with the board for the Bobcats. 3-on-3. And a blocking foul called against believe that's Eddie Rodriguez. That'll be his second. Sixth on the team with 1:16 to play. Tovar in for Gonzalez. Salisbury and Bryan and Barth all come in for Hawley. Burns back in for Granada. It's Pizarro who sets. Tovar into Harris in the post. Goes through a series of moves, puts it up. Just tried to get it close to the rim. Salisbury quickly the other way. Barth spotted up, 3. It's a pass for Bryan. Wasn't intended that way. Kick out. Barth can't knock it down. Salisbury on the boards. Pass through the lane. Long diagonal, tipped out of bounds by at least one Bobcat, maybe more. Just 34 seconds left in the half. Still a 20-point advantage for Grenada. Barth puts one up off balance. Offensive rebound put up. Barth fighting for his own and out of bounds off of Jason Barth with 23 seconds to play. Just here in the last minute or so, an idea of something that Coach Gonzalez may talk about at halftime, as his Bobcats giving up way too many second and third chances. A couple of trips, and Hawley has had upwards of 6-7 shots on a couple of possessions. Loose ball, tie up. Possession arrow goes in favor of Hawley. Ortiz a little shaken up. 6.6 seconds to go. He'll push it up. Bryan for 3. Too strong. Palmer. And he'll just baseball one down the floor. We're halfway through the third place game on the boys' side. Grenada on top of Hawley in this rivalry contest. 34-14. I believe we've got some halftime entertainment here. We'll go ahead and leave the camera on, pull the graphics off. This is a joint effort of the area cheerleaders. Grenada, Hawley, and McClave High School cheerleaders. These young ladies, a lot of them playing basketball this year too. They got together Wednesday night to start choreography for this. And we'll go ahead and leave it on as we step out for our commercial break.
Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. The broadcast you're seeing today is a production of Big Time Small Town Media. Just 1 year ago, a group of Northeast Colorado sports broadcasters started something we hoped would bring extra joy to the athletes participating in the games we were already covering on radio. It has turned into a service we provide for not only Northeast Colorado athletes, but athletes statewide, region-wide, and internationally who request our services. We do straight-to-DVD production in addition to live internet productions of any event who wants Big Time Small Town Media to be a part of their community. Because Big Time Small Town Media is more than just sports. It's community. Are you interested in the services Big Time Small Town Media can provide your upcoming event? I encourage you to contact me at ben@bigtimesmalltown.com. You can see some of the many events we've done in the past year at ihi.com/bigtimesmalltown. And I encourage you, think about Big Time Small Town Media being a part of your community with whatever upcoming events you've got.
Hello, Jen's dorm room. You know Jen's bright. That's why she's double majoring. And why when it came time to open an account, she chose free checking from Bank of Colorado. She did her homework and learned Bank of Colorado's free checking is the real deal, with free online bill pay, free debit card, and no hidden fees. It makes sense to Jen and to us. Apply online at bankofcolorado.com. Bank of Colorado, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Ever dreamed of having the right answer at just the moment you need it? Then get the iPhone 4S. It's not just a smartphone, it's your own personal assistant, and it's now available at Viero Wireless. The iPhone 4S includes phenomenal new features such as an ultra-sharp, high-resolution display, 8-megapixel high-def camera, and a souped-up processor for speedy performance. And the iPhone 4S actually listens. Ask her a question, she'll have an answer. So stop dreaming and get the iPhone 4S with our fast 4G network now at Viero. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Ice and Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Platner, Ice and Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice and Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Glosson Construction is your one-stop shop with concrete work, drywall, flooring, roofing, and stucco, everything including the final finishing nail handle projects throughout northeastern Colorado. You need to get in touch with Rick at Glosson Construction, located at 801 East 4th Street in Akron. If Rick can't build it, no one can. Call 970-345-2087. From start to finish, trust Glosson Construction as your one-stop shop for construction. Call 970-345-2087.
Quick recap of our first half here. The boys' third place contest in this 49th annual Lamar Holiday Basketball Tournament. It is Granada on top of Holly by a 34-14 count here at the intermission. Granada got off to a 19-1 start, led 21-6 at the end of the first quarter, outscored Holly 13-8 in the second. Individual scoring first for the Bobcats of Granada, Colby Palmer with 3. It's Brian Gonzalez with 9. Saul Pizarro has 4. Antonio Huerta, who is inserted into the starting lineup tonight, has responded with 11 points. Coy Palmer with 2. Tanner Grasmick has 3. And Fabian Tovar with 2. For Holly, a little spark off the bench late in the first quarter by Manuel Tarango, who tallied 5. Brian Ortiz with 3. Jason Barth 2. Lane Salzbrenner with 1. Preston Van Kampen 1. And Drew Thompson has 2. Granada, they're in that area. How hard do you keep going? You don't want to embarrass somebody, but you're only a 20-point lead at halftime. We've seen some crazy things happen in this tournament already. Double-digit leads have disappeared in just very short periods of time. We've already seen it happen several times today. Imagine Coach Gonzalez will keep that rotation going. He's played I believe, all but one on his roster tonight. The only player who's not gotten in yet is Dalton Harris. And if the margin continues as it is, we'll likely see some action late in the contest, as he did last night. For Coach Rushton, probably just telling his guys to relax, chip away one possession at a time. You're not going to go out there and score 20 points the first time down the floor. You got to do it winning one trip at a time. Go ahead and exit one more time for some more words from our sponsors. Back with you for the second half action in 3 minutes.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Granada is proud to be the best pre-owned automobile dealership in northeastern Colorado. Quickly expanding, Granada has 2 locations, the original on Highway 34 in Akron and a second on Highway 34 in Fort Morgan. Granada wishes to thank local patrons for making their business possible and asks visitors to stop in and see what may be on the lot for you. Tax time is the perfect time to use your rebate on a car, truck, or SUV upgrade. Granada, better for your budget.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support eastern Colorado.
In 1916, it is estimated that producing 100 bushels of corn took approximately 35 to 40 hours. Today, it is estimated that producing the same 100 bushels takes less than 3. A lot has changed in the last 95 years, but one thing has stayed the same. Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. We are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. This is Jordan Wilkie in the Yuma Lending Office. Give us a call today to see how we can help you. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
I'm Chris Tinsdale, co-chairman, Bank of Colorado. For generations, we've been partners with farmers and ranchers, and we've seen how agriculture has evolved. They've innovated with new technology to plant smarter and harvest bigger, and we've been there with them, modernizing our business, but still keeping one-on-one service. Technology makes work easier, relationships keep it personal, and that's the way banking should be. Visit us at bankofcolorado.com, member FDIC.
Almost ready to get the third quarter started here in our boys' third place contest. Looks like it will be Granada ball first. And they currently enjoy a 20-point lead. We'll set the offense, or the lineups here. For Granada first, that's number 5, Colby Palmer. Number 10, Brian Gonzalez. 11, Saul Pizarro. 15, Antonio Huerta, who just scores it there. And number 20, Coy Palmer. Turn around on the block for Drew Thompson. Kick out for Gonzalez. We'll get the Holly lineup real quickly here. We see Jeremy Bryan, who affected that shot. Gonzalez with the ball. Colby Palmer elevates on the baseline, knocks it down. Number 12 is Eddie Rodriguez. Number 34, Drew Thompson. Number 20, Jason Barth. And number 33, Tristan Nelson. Pizarro with the steal, 2-on-1. Dump it over. Gonzalez forces one up off balance. Won't go. And knocked out to Rodriguez. Head for Barth. Nelson inside. Layup good. His first field goal. Holly picking up. Yep, it. We'll see this here. Huerta misses the shot. Take another look at that defense. Rodriguez. It's a 2-3 zone for Granada. Colby Palmer tipped it. Pizarro with the collection. Skip over for Gonzalez. It is man. Colby Palmer hurries one up. Thompson brings it down for the Wildcats. Bryan looking at it, draws a double team. Finds Thompson on the cut. Knocks it home. He's got 6. Wildcats try to claw their way back in. Need another couple of stops. Huerta into the lane, spins. He's fouled. He'll get 2 shots. It's whistled on Eddie Rodriguez, his 3rd. On Antonio Huerta to the line for the 2 shots. First one too strong. Colby Salisbury replaces Rodriguez. Second one good. Pushes the advantage to 19. Bryan tries to drive baseline, kick inside for Thompson. Coy Palmer steals it. Ahead for Gonzalez, flips one up off glass, good. Thompson got too deep a position and scores it again. He's got 6 in the quarter. Quickly ahead for Gonzalez in the corner. Finds Huerta on the baseline cut. Kick across for Colby Palmer. Lost it right to Huerta. Misses the shot. Bryan with the board for Holly. Coach Rushton telling them settle down. And Salisbury puts up one. Just stepped right through the top of the defense and floated one off the glass from about 8 feet. Gonzalez, he'll kick it out to Coy Palmer. Huerta trying to go one-on-one. Instead kicks it out for Colby Palmer. Misses the layup. Huerta, wasn't a layup rather, it was a jump shot. Huerta kept it alive. Bryan with the rebound for Holly. He'll get it back from Salisbury. Inside to Thompson. Offensive foul. Muscling up against Coy Palmer. That'll be the second on Thompson. Wanted to go back to that halftime performance there with the cheer girls from McClave, Holly, and Grenada. And those girls had 2 practices to put that together. They wanted to put something special together for this tournament. They did it last night and performed again tonight. Tried to pull in and get a little closer looks for some of you. Sure, some people watching had family involved in the that halftime performance. Jeremy Bryan will check out. Preston Van Kampen in. Pizarro kicks it off for Grasmick, who just checked in as well. Harris gives the screen. Pizarro will elevate from 17. Misses it. Nelson with the rebound. Salisbury across the timeline. Hit it down for Nelson. Into the post. Thompson. Power move. Up and in on the reverse. And we may get a timeout here. So he's got 8. And we do. Coach Gonzalez taking the timeout. Full timeout. We'll take it with him here from Lamar.
The Holiday Motel, a historical stop on the Santa Fe Trail, proudly presents you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media. Located at 404 North Main Street in Lamar, get a room to suit all your needs with a full-size bed, a king bed, or a suite with 2 king-size beds by calling 719-336-9754. Each room has a microwave, refrigerator, free Wi-Fi, and direct TV with over 130 channels. So the next time you're headed down the Santa Fe Trail, think the Holiday Motel, a family-run business. Proud to present you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media.
I'm sure that timeout for Coach Gonzalez was more of a opportunity to narrow that focus for the Granada squad. They, having that big lead, came out a little bit flat. See if they sharpen up a little bit here. Inside, Harris. He loses it going up. They'll call it a travel. At 15, it's the closest it's been for a long time. Ortiz feed inside, kick out. Lost, up ahead, stolen back by Ortiz. Ortiz with it now. Gave it off to Salisbury. Back to Ortiz. One to feed it into Van Kampen or Thompson. They'll whip it around. Nelson. His 3 is good. This thing getting tight. Colby Palmer, 3, no good. Chance to cut it to 10 or less here for Holly. Ortiz, 3, off, tapped around, Grasmick rebound. Gonzalez, he'll give it up ahead for Colby Palmer, unselfish play. Pushes it back to 14 in the final minute of this third quarter. Ortiz, wrap inside for Van Kampen. Draws the defense, kick up top, elbow or free throw line jumper for Salisbury, no good. And trying to get his own. And we got a bucket and a foul. I kind of missed some of the action. I saw Harris kind of staggering, was trying to keep an eye on him to make sure he was okay. The bucket by Van Kampen. The foul whistled on Grasmick. Misses the free throw. Ahead for Gonzalez. Now to Palmer. Misses the layup. And we may have a foul on the layup. There was. Or on the rebound, rather. It's the third on Drew Thompson. Lob into Harris. He'll spin, drop step, score it. Caleb Harris's first basket puts it back to 14, 23 seconds to play. Salisbury will settle it down. Goes over to Nelson. Back up for Salisbury. Whip for Ortiz, tipped out of bounds by Colby Palmer. Into Thompson. Drop down Van Kampen. Won't roll home for him. Jump ball Nelson and Grasmick. Arrow keeps it with Hawley. Final 3.3 seconds of the quarter. Ortiz, three. No. And Thompson won't get the shot up before the horn. So Hawley able to chip away. They've cut it to 14. Had it down to 12. See what happens in the fourth quarter.
Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. The broadcast you're seeing today is a production of Big Time Small Town Media. Just 1 year ago, a group of Northeast Colorado sports broadcasters started something we hoped would bring extra joy to the athletes participating in the games we were already covering on radio. It has turned into a service we provide for not only Northeast Colorado athletes, but athletes statewide, region-wide, and internationally who request our services. We do straight-to-DVD production in addition to live internet productions of any event who wants Big Time Small Town Media to be a part of their community. Because Big Time Small Town Media is more than just sports. It's community. Are you interested in the services Big Time Small Town Media can provide your upcoming event? I encourage you to contact me at ben@bigtimesmalltown.com. You can see some of the many events we've done in the past year at ihigh.com/bigtimesmalltown. And I encourage you, think about Big Time Small Town Media being a part of your community with whatever upcoming events you've got.
Bobcat ball to begin the fourth quarter. They lead by 14. Hawley picking up man to man. Pizarro drive, dish. Gonzalez will kick it back up top. Palmer, he'll kick it out to Gonzalez. Harris posting. Gonzalez now kills his dribble, has to give it off to Pizarro. Brings it back out. Colby Palmer pulls up from 18, knocks it down. He has 9, lead back up to 16. Nelson, lob inside. Bryan kicks out. Salzbrenner will dump it down, gets it back. Rodriguez settles it again. Barth looking into the post up. Whipping it around for Nelson. Bryan kicking it out. Good movement. Salzbrenner's shot in the paint. No good. Tipped out to Nelson. Passed through the hands of Barth. Salzbrenner ran into the padded pillar over in the far corner. Kind of checking his own neck. That quite a collision. I still say that the pillar got the better of the exchange. Clock down to 6:20 and going. Pizarro, he'll peel it back out, start over. The count is on. Garth closely guarding him. Able to break it. Pizarro dumps it into Huerta. He'll kick it out. Colby Palmer drives. Hangs, fouled by Nelson. That'll be the second on Tristan Nelson. Colby Palmer to the line for 2 shots. That one puts him in double figures with 10. Manuel Tarango in. And Jason Barth will exit for Hawley. Second one makes its way home as well. 11 points now for Colby Palmer in the contest. 6 minutes to play. 18-point advantage for Granada. Nelson eyes the three. It's off. Puerta with the rebound. Gives it off to Colby Palmer. Pizarro has it bumped away. Leaves it to the baseline for Gonzalez. He's picked up by Rodriguez in the corner. Pizarro directing traffic, screen and roll. Kick over for Colby Palmer. Gives it off to Coy Palmer. Rodriguez jumps the passing lane, gets the steal. Bryan will not get the layup. Pizarro may have roached an ankle, or he went down in a heap, but he's up. A foul whistled on Colby Palmer. That's his first. He's trying to draw the charge. Bryan to the free throw line for two. Too strong on the first. Thompson and Ortiz in for Holly. Bryan will try the second. And he drills it. We've got a full timeout for Holly. We'll step away for 60 seconds ourselves. Be back with you for the continuation of the fourth quarter.
There she goes again.
What was that in the cereal aisle?
Mrs. Speedley with her Viero 4G smartphone.
Who?
Mrs. Speedley gets all the sales coupons on her smartphone on the Viero 4G network. Knows everything that's on sale. The fastest shopper we have.
Jeez, it's a 2-for-1 soda display. No, $1 off salad dressing. No, discount candy.
If you want to do things you love faster and better, switch to Viero's 4G network today. Stuck in a contract? Don't worry. Viero will even pay your early termination fee. Hurry in because Viero now has the iPhone for only $39.99. That's smart. That's fast. That's Viero. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
One of the most important benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit member borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $31 million in patronage dividends. If you want to be a part of a member-owned and controlled cooperative that offers interest rates that are competitive in the marketplace and committed to a patronage dividend program, call your local Premier Farm Credit office. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Grenada trying to get the ball in. They'll whip it into the front court. Colby Palmer travels with it. Turnover gives it back to Holly with 5:08 to play. They still trail by 17. Thompson, he'll drive baseline. See how the call goes. It looks like it's on Colby Palmer. After the shot, okay. Wonder if that might be. So that is the fourth foul on Thompson. Let's see. Got a timeout, full timeout for Grenada. Official comes to the table to explain the situation. I think they said count the basket. We'll wait to see if they put points on the board. There's 4:58 on the clock. It's a timeout by Grenada. Now, there's no points added to the scoreboard, so must not have made the shot. Very nice crowd filing in. They were expecting around 2,000 or more here for the championships. It'd be a standing room only crowd. And Pizarro, knowing that the count was getting close, took the 30-second timeout on the floor. They'll tweak their press break inbounds. And the time we've been walking through the arena trying to get lineups and everything, we've seen fans who have no affiliation to the programs. We've seen people wearing T-shirts supporting Woodward, Oklahoma, Lake, Kansas. There's been some Nebraska shirts in here. It's a big event. It's a turnover by Huerta. He travels at the mid-court stripe. Bryan will check out as Colby Salisbury comes back in. He did a nice job running the show when Rodriguez checked out with the fouls. Ortiz, 3, and a foul. Foul called on Tanner Grasmick. Second three-pointer of the day for Brian Ortiz. And bring the officials to the table. Correction, it's on Saul Pizarro. They realized Tanner Grasmick is sitting on the bench next to Coach Gonzalez. Tough to be tagged with a foul when you're not on the floor. Colby Palmer with the rebound. Is it off to Pizarro? That was the first on Saul Pizarro. Back to a 14-point game. Pizarro lost it off of Rodriguez. Lob in for Coy Palmer at the rim. His second basket. It's back to a 16-point edge. 4:20 to play. Feed inside for Thompson was stolen by Colby Palmer. Pizarro handling it, kicks it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez will dribble out, get into the lane, has his shot blocked, and offensive. Tarango there to draw it. That's on Gonzalez, his second. Under 4 minutes to play. And we're going to get a jump ball as Gonzalez dove in. Rodriguez trying to let the ball roll as long as he could to keep the clock from running. Smartly, Gonzalez dives in, forces the tie up, knock loose. Rodriguez with it. And Colby Palmer with the steal. Oh, he slips. Tarango with the steal. Thompson. And a travel as he collides with Coy Palmer. Helps him up. It was a good show of sportsmanship. Baseball pass ahead for Coy. Layup, misses it. Ortiz quickly the other way. And on the pass, Ortiz called for the foul. That'll be the second on Ortiz. Guys on both sides just completely giving up their bodies. Coy Palmer needs help. And it's going to be a timeout, full timeout by Granada. They're down to one timeout remaining. And 2 left for Holly. And that's half of our reset here. It's a 51-35 score in favor of Granada. 3:18 on the clock. And is Granada with a timeout. Holly with 2. Just saw Jason Barth check in for Holly. Team fouls 6 against Holly, 4 against Granada. So the next Holly foul sends the Bobcats to the free throw line for the bonus. The completion of this game will load up and start a new broadcast for the girls' championship. It's McClave and Wiley. And again, once that one's done, we'll go to a new one for the boys' championship, McClave and Wiley. Pizarro all the way for the layup. He has 6, lead back to 18, and Pizarro with another steal. He'll baseball it up ahead, let Gonzalez run underneath of it, and Wildcats digging in. Reaching foul called on Tarango. That will send Brian Gonzalez to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Huerta will check out. Sub at the table, they're going to peel the ball back and let Tristan Nelson and Jeremy Bryan check in. Salisbury and Tarango check out for the Wildcats. Free throw up and good for Brian Gonzalez. This one to put it back to 20. And he gets it. 3 minutes to play in the contest. Grenada by 20. Nelson into the post. Bryan travels with it. Tarango and Salisbury will come in to play defense. Gonzalez on the near side. Nearly travels with it. Gives it back to Pizarro. He'll direct traffic. And carries it. The violation occurs. 2:38 left to play. We'll go offense for defense now as Nelson and Bryan come back in. Nelson, he'll fire for 3. It's short. Bryan with the offensive rebound. Inside for Nelson. Went through his hands all the way through to Barth. It was stolen. Palmer pulls up. Had the ball knocked out. Went right to Pizarro. Pizarro has it knocked out from behind. I believe a 5-second closely guarded. It was called by the far side official, so we couldn't really see it. It was quite a ways off the play. Drive. Layup blocked. Harris with the save. Up ahead to Coy Palmer. He'll kick it across. Gonzalez, layup, good. 15 now for Gonzalez. Lead back to 22. 1:50 to play. Bryan up top for Rodriguez. Back to Jeremy Bryan. He'll fire. Missed this 3. And it'll go out of bounds to Grenada. Grasmick and Tovar in for Grenada. Tarango and Salisbury in for Holly. for the final 134 here. Ball comes into Harris. Got it across the timeline, gave it off to Pizarro. Has it knocked loose, flip it over to Grasmick. Gets a screen from Harris, kick it across. Palmer. Looking for the back cut. Grasmick, the pass was too wide. And Burns set to check in for Granada. Bryan and Nelson for Holly. 66 seconds left on the clock. Working against that 2-3 zone. Holly looking for a shot. And Grasmick will come up with the steal. Thompson comes up from behind and is whistled for the foul. That'll be his 5th. Thompson fouls out. He scored 10 points in the contest. There, 45.2 seconds left on the clock. Number 30, Dalton Harris, comes in. Lane Salzbrenner will replace Thompson in the Wildcat lineup. Grasmick will shoot the 1-and-1. Knocks home the first one. It's his first point since he converted the 3 free throws in the first quarter when he was fouled on the 3-point attempt. That one will spit out. Nelson with the board. Pass through the hands of the intended man. Salzbrenner, though, there to pick it up, and he's bumped out of bounds. It's a foul on. That one's on Grasmick. His 3rd. Number 22, Porter Salisbury, in for Holly. They give it to Salzbrenner. Kick it back. Salisbury fires the 3. Grasmick with the rebound. Under 30 seconds to play. Hit ahead for Burns. Coach Rushton saying no fouls. Grasmick has to dribble it. He'll pull it back. Give it off to Burns. 15 seconds to play. Grasmick backs it to the circle. Will dribble it. And they will dribble the clock out. It will be a 58-35 victory for the Granada Bobcats. In the contest, 11 points for Colby Palmer, 15 for Brian Gonzalez, 6 points by Saul Pizarro, 14 by Antonio Huerta, 4 from Coy Palmer, 4 points as well for Tanner Grasmick, 2 points by Fabian Tovar, 2 points by Caleb Harris. For Holly, it's 5 points from Manuel Tarango, 2 points for Colby Salisbury, 6 points by Brian Ortiz, 2 points for Jason Barth, 1 for Lane Salzbrenner, 3 points for Preston Van Kampen, 1 by Jeremy Bryan, 5 for Tristan Nelson, and 10 for Drew Thompson. The 4th place trophy to be presented to Holly, and the championship 3rd place trophy presented to Granada. That is it for our 3rd place boys coverage. We'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes for girls championship contest. Wiley Panthers, McClave Cardinals, here on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media. I thank you for joining us, and I hope you come back for what promises to be 2 exciting championship contests here on our website. We'll see you in a little bit.